we go. How are you? I am good.
Should be the two. There we go.
Welcome everybody to our
Easy people.
Degenerate Session.
How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I am good, thank you. Let me do my little stint here. Welcome everybody to our show, The Degenerate Sessions on YouTube, Being the Elite here on Instagram. Our guest today is Janine Boscone, and we're so happy to have you. So how are you doing? How have you been during this pandemic?
You know what? I'm staying well. I'm staying busy.
I see.
You know, I exercise outdoors. It's all good. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm getting through it. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it's a difficult time for everybody. So, me,
And you?
I'm living the dream, trying to do interviews with everybody and anybody I can, and I've made so many connections, and I'm so passionate about the wrestling world and modeling and acting and everything. So yeah, I've been busy. I'll be honest with you. I just started work again though, so I'm back tomorrow again. So
Yeah, I figured. Where are you? Are you on the East Coast?
it's crazy.
You're in California, right?
Where are
it's
you
crazy.
on the East Coast?
I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm in Toronto, Canada. You're in California, right?
I'm dying to go
Here too. I live in Los Angeles part-time and Nashville. So right now I'm in Nashville.
You're in Nashville. I love Nashville. I'm dying to go there.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
it's a cool
buddies want
city.
to go there.
Oh, you have to. You know what? We're in phase 2 right now, which is really good.
Okay.
And everybody's just kind of. I'm still being careful, just because I'm just one of those people that being careful. But phase 2 is good.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So how's Nashville? How's the wrestling scene in Nashville and the acting and modeling scene? How is it down there?
So as far as the wrestling scene, NWA, that's Billy Corgan's affiliation. David Lagana is here in Nashville as well. So every once in a while with stuff, I do a little thing with Josephus, and they've got Carneyland right now, and they're working. So I'm going to be a little part of that. I don't know if I should say too much about it at this moment.
I wouldn't.
No, I won't.
No, yeah. I don't want to get you in trouble, right?
No, I won't spoil the surprise. But that's as far as the wrestling scene here in Nashville that I know of. Other than that, you know, I'll go to California. Then there's the conventions. Obviously, no conventions right now with the Comic-Cons. This is going to be a quiet year, but that's okay. Gives us time to reflect, right?
Yeah.
And another thing, I've been busy. I love and don't laugh, but I'm digging. For a hobby, I was making soap. So don't laugh about it. But I was making soap.
Why would I laugh?
That's awesome.
And then all of a sudden it just hit big, and I have been like making tons of soap and selling it. So now it's my little side gig, which
That's
is kind
awesome.
yeah.
That is cool. I saw your picture of the soaps with the different colors. It's very intriguing. It's very eye-catching, right? So if people see that and the product's good, they're going to come to you.
Absolutely, and it's just, you know, word of mouth, and basically there's no preservatives in it. So, you know, and you'll notice a difference. I know this sounds cheesy or whatever, but I've got people going, my skin, it's not dry. Oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, if you've ever read a package of what's in a regular bar of soap, there's a bunch of crap in it. There's just good oils and essential oils in these, and it's cool. And the thing is, it's fun. I dig it. That's my passion. Well, I can't wrestle or be a part of the wrestling scene or signing autographs or whatnot. So it's been fun. Anybody interested? Hollywood.
You said, right?
I'm gonna definitely message you for some of those. It's crazy. I've been in retail 20 years now, and I've never read the bar of soap.
100%.
Like
Yeah, well,
you said.
Let's dive right in.
you're gonna do it. You're gonna go. Oh, it said to read one. You're gonna go. What the hell is all that shit in there?
Yep. 100%. So let's dive right in. How did you? Where did you grow up? I know, but for everybody else, where did you grow up, and how did you get into wrestling and acting?
So basically, born and raised in California, Southern California, Burbank area. And you know what? As a kid, I always wanted to do something in entertainment, regardless of the acting or modeling, whatnot. But mom and dad weren't really in that scene. So I kind of had to wait till I was 18. They just kind of ignored me a little bit. Yeah. So there was an audition for Glow. David McLean was holding these auditions in Hollywood, and I went down and auditioned for it, and they needed 12 girls to do a pilot. That's it. They just need 12 girls, and when they told everybody, hey, we're going to do a pilot, we need 12 girls to do wrestling, I'm telling you, the chicks that were in that building, a lot of them were models and actresses, and when they heard the word wrestling, they took off.
Wow.
But I didn't. I'm one of those people that have to stick around, see what's happening, see what's going on.
Opportunity.
Yeah, I just happened to be one of the ones that they picked. And Mondo Guerrero was our trainer, and the Guerreros are huge, as everybody knows. So he was an excellent trainer. He trained for that pilot. I think I trained about 3 months with him, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then we went to Vegas. We shot the show in Las Vegas. Then it was picked up. And that was 1986 when it was picked up. I quit my job, moved to Vegas, and I started wrestling. And I did 4 seasons with the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Wow.
And then I started
Awesome.
a lot of independent wrestling. There were some indie shows that I had done well. The funny thing is you just kind of want to be, I don't want to say teenager, but you want to be a 20-year-old. And, when I was on the road for those 4 years, work. Once it ended, I kind of wasn't ready to move on to the next level. I'm like, I want a full-time boyfriend. I want to go out. I want to party. I want to have a good time. That's what you're thinking in your 20s, especially back in that time. Now, if I may have had to do it all over again, maybe I would have continued to do more acting, take acting lessons, and move forward with that. But it's done. But then there was the other half of me that said, well, wait a minute. This is all I know.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love it because, playing a heel, of course, is the best character to play.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I started my own company. I started Hollywood Productions after that.
Yeah.
And did a lot of wrestling after that and a little more acting. Then I started writing a little bit. I decided, I had this book. It's an old thing. See this right here? An old piece of paper that I started writing down all of my stuff about Glow. I wrote down my matches, who, what, where, all of the airlines, what we were wearing. And so I thought, what about doing a bio? So still working on that. Now that this pandemic has happened, I'm trying to do something with ECW Press, which is in Canada, on the other side.
The West Coast, right?
Yeah, the West Coast. And hopefully after this is done, they'll rehash and go through everything and start picking up, people. And hopefully that book will be written. I have a really good...
My girlfriend would love that.
Writer that I'm using, a co-writer that's excellent. Also, this book right here, see this right here? My favorite horror movie.
My girlfriend would love that.
The backwards?
Yeah, because the camera, we're backwards, right? So
it's backwards. But anyway, I wrote, this is by Christian Ackerman. He asked a bunch of us to write some short stories about what their horror movie was. I wrote The Shining, but there's way more in here than that because you just can't pick one. I can't. So that was really a first published thing that I did. And then a good friend of mine, his name is A.G. Devlin. He's also a writer. His first book that he did, it's crime fiction called Cobra Clutch.
Cobra Clutch.
Yes, because there's wrestling in this. And then he wrote a second called Rolling Thunder. I am on the back cover, a little blurb on the back cover of Rolling Thunder. So I'm telling you, so little things here and there are happening. And I apologize because I can almost run your interview for you here because there's
Go for it. You're making my job easier. I love talking to people, so go for it.
You're awesome. So also, there is a comic book, my second comic that's coming out the end of this year. I believe it's called Squared Circle Comics, and John Crothers is the writer and co-founder of that comic book. So he ended up doing a really cool story during all of this. I had to give him a bunch of photos when I was younger, when I was playing softball, and then he's taking all of that. My first audition with David McLean and Mondo Guerrero is going to be in that comic book. The first matches are going to be in that comic book. So I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, even though we're in these times right now, these unusual times, things are still moving along. You know,
so
yeah, we all can't just sit here and do nothing. This is a time, I think, where you can exercise a little bit more if you want to. You can eat better if you want to. You can write if you can. Some people can't. They're having a little hard time. You know, it depends what's going on with that person. For me, I try to stay healthy. I eat healthy. I exercise. Travel is starting to pick up a little bit here and there. So that's good. Doing podcasts, like I love doing new podcasts with new people.
Yeah.
So this is awesome. I know we had a couple of conflicts on times, and days, but we got it together.
Yeah, well, we can't. It was hard, right, with everything going on in the world, going back to work, the pandemic, the George Floyd situation, rest in peace. There was just so much going on that it wasn't right doing it last week anyways, in my mind. So, yeah, I'm glad we got together now, and I'm completely excited. Do you want to talk about the training with Guerrero? How was that? If you're allowed to, whatever you're allowed to talk about.
All right. So, first of all, I did have a...
and you made soap. You got fans down here.
You want to grab them?
Oh, I do? Oh, good.
Yeah.
And you make...
Pardon me?
Oh, Lisa Visa. Hi, Lisa Visa. I do make soap, and I did talk about it. Hollywood Botanica soaps. I should bring some over here. They're over here they're curing over here.
Oh, you want to grab them? You can.
Shampoo. Listen, I made a soap for pets. So I have a groomer. There was a groomer here in Nashville that got a hold of me and said, "Hey, have you made a shampoo bar for dogs and cats?" I said, "I'm wanting to do it." So her and I got together, and she gave me do's and don'ts. Stay away from peppermint. Stay away from tea tree. Stay away from lavender, because you don't want things that are toxic or are allergic. So I've got one, so I'm super excited about that. But anyway, the training with Mondo, first of all, I had absolutely no wrestling experience background. However, I played softball and volleyball and basketball, and I ran track, so I was pretty coordinated as far as that goes. So I missed, I think, the very first 2 weeks of training. And so when I got there, I opened the door, I peeked in, okay? And because I'm a little nervous, but hey, I'm 22 years old, and I look in, and they're already starting their training. They're doing forward rolls, they're doing backward rolls, 3/4 rolls, and I'm going, that's it? Holy shit. I got this. So I went in there, right, and started doing the training. So mind you, I have a full-time job in the laboratory. I was a phlebotomist. That's someone who draws blood in the lab. So I've got my every day. And now I'm going to training Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that training was 7 to 10 at night. Okay, so head over there, do the training. But man, Mondo, he would put us in some interesting, holds. Like girls were laughing, chicks were laughing, and he's like, man, he goes, you come over here right now. It wasn't me, it was somebody else laughing. And he called her over and he put her in a sleeper hold, man. And she was just like out. So he goes, this is not funny. So nobody laughed ever again when Mondo...
Wow.
When Mondo told you what to do. And so basically, every time that I would come back, I noticed that there would be less and less girls. I'm like, where's that girl that I was talking to last week? Why is she not here? Well, what they were doing is weeding out those they were going to keep and kicking out the other ones. So about, I don't know, it was in Glow. It's probably my 4th season with Glow. David McLean had said to me, he said, do you know how you secured your position in Glow? And I said, I have no idea. He says, do you remember when Mondo said, which one of you ladies can ram your head in the turnbuckle, turn over, and land on your back? I rose my hand first. And he said, I saw it. He goes, and you did it. He said, and that is what we wanted. We wanted girls who weren't afraid and just were, you know, I can always tell too, like if I see new girls in the business, I absolutely know wholeheartedly which ones are giving 110%, because those are the ones that make it. You know the ones that slack. That you got to have the whole package.
Yeah, I'm not going to put anybody on blast here, but like a lot of people, I'll go off topic here. A lot of people talk about wrestling from the 90s, the Attitude Era, to today, and they're like, oh, why does everybody talk about the Attitude Era? If you look at wrestlers today, a lot of them don't sell. And what I mean by that is not selling, but when you watch back in a tag team match with the Dudleys or the Outlaws or somebody like that, when they crawled for that hot tag, you felt it. Yeah, you felt it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm really disappointed in.
I love that. Old wrestling is a story.
Yes.
Slowly telling that story, you're going to initiate good and bad immediately. We're going to know who the good girl is and who the bad girl, who the heel is.
Yeah.
You know? And telling a story is so essential and so important. You know, and they instilled that in us. I mean, we might have overreacted, but you have to.
You have to.
You have to. And that's what makes it so fun.
Yeah.
And you have them in the palm of your hand. If you're a heel and they are booing you, you are doing your job.
Yeah, 100%.
But then, because back in the day when I was wrestling, they liked my character. So when I would lose, they were booing the good girl, and they wanted me to win. So they kind of had to turn it around here and there and let Holly.
They flipped the script. Yeah, well, talent, like, for successful people like yourself, when you're talented and so gifted and you give it 110%, you're going to get, the fans are going to, you're going to get over. I'll give you an example of today's wrestlers for people of today. Bray Wyatt, great wrestler, and Bray Wyatt can do anything. He can do any gimmick. And he can sell. What I was going back to was, I was watching Seth Rollins in a match, and he went to tag Ambrose. I was watching it, I can't remember which Raw was. And it was the laziest hot tag I've ever seen. Completely off topic, I know. But I was like, Rollins, I don't expect that from you. And like a lot of people don't see that, right? They don't see the things that you see more. You're way more experienced than a lot of people who've been in the ring, right? But I've watched wrestling my whole life. I've been in the ring for fun. I've trained with a couple people, nothing major, but you grasp it and you can tell when something's grabbing the fans' emotions. Right? So
it's, I've been in this business for a long time. I mean, if you start, you can add up the years. If you add up 1985 to now, it's over 30 years. That's a long time. And still to be a part of something, even if you're bringing somebody out to the ring or taking a bump once you're in the ring and maybe getting out, it's great. Somebody I just saw said Sasha Banks is great, and yes, Sasha Banks is great. I think she gives 110. All of those girls are amazing. I don't keep up so much, but there are some that stand out more than others.
They're the main event right now. Like even with Charlotte Flair to me is the best women's wrestler.
Pregnant. Somebody right now. Is it Charlotte?
Yeah.
Becky.
Who is it?
Becky Lynch.
Becky, yeah.
Everybody's off topic again. Everybody's giving her heat. She started a family with Seth.
No, I wouldn't give her heat. Let her get it out. Let her do what she needs to do. Yeah. She'll get that out. She'll come back.
It's her life, though. You want to go have a kid? Go have a kid. It's your life.
Yes. Don't give her heat, you guys. She'll be back. You know what? She'll be back bigger and better than ever. Yeah. And if she does, well, that's her prerogative.
Yeah.
You know, we all have, right now, this is the downtime, so good for her. Just do it.
Yeah, 100%.
All I have is my little cats. I was so busy too that I didn't do that. I didn't get married. I didn't have children. Would I have liked to? I would have. You know, I have a guy that I've been with for 18 years, and he's on the road a lot. I'm on the road a lot. No, he is not a wrestler. He is a musician. And so for us, this, you know, being independent and on the road works really good for both of us. It's lots of trust, you know, but and that's a whole thing too. But and then right now with the whole pandemic, nobody's on the road. They're not. Those guys are not going to be on the road till 2021. So it kind of sucks. So now we have to be together 24/7. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's go back on topic here. So, Glow, can you talk to us about Glow? Your 4 seasons there. What it was like, the experience, people you worked with, chemistry-wise. I know a lot about it, but the fans don't. So let's the ones on here, anyways. Let's go into detail for them.
So after we sold the pilot, we had season 1 and 2, and I will tell you, for me, just for me, being in all 4 seasons, season 1 and 2 for me.
Okay.
I love them. Just because we got away with a lot more. Once we had to tame everything in season 3 and 4. But you'll always know the first seasons are the best.
Yeah.
All got along. You know, season 1, 2, 3, and 4, every girl got along. What's not to get along? You're on TV. You're young. You look good. You're traveling. You're touring. Your weight is awesome. So I would say that we had a great group of girls for those seasons. I missed season 1 and 2 girls because after that it was just Mountain Fiji and myself that stayed, and then the characters. And, you know, had to learn how to, you know, for me it was like, oh my God, all new girls. Wow. But I didn't get to really hang out with them as much as I did season 1 and 2. Season 3 and 4 for me, I got to go to California, hang out in California like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then get back to Vegas, work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, tape the show Saturday, and then go back home. So I, you know, have a really great rapport with everybody. One of my favorite characters, not favorite, but one girl that was a good friend of mine is Lightning. She lived like 5 minutes from me, and I adored her. We're still really good friends. She's like my sister. Godiva was a good friend. MTV. Yeah.
Don't you notice
All those.
Wow.
And then what happens 30 years later? Glow Netflix. Wow. Who would have thought? I never thought. Never, ever.
Well, don't you notice, like, I know we're in 2020, but all the old movies are coming back, just new cast?
Exactly. Right? Perfect. Ted is going to be out August 21st.
Sorry, it cut you out.
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
You're young. You probably don't remember. Do you remember the first Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures?
Yes, I was born in 86.
I haven't seen it.
Keanu Reeves.
I'll be honest.
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Yep, that's coming out, and I can't wait to see that.
I didn't even know that. Where'd you see that?
It's been all around. Yeah.
Oh my, I haven't seen it. I'll be honest with you, I've been focusing on wrestling and work, and I'm doing a couple other projects, so it's hard to see everything.
Are you an actor as well?
I tried that in high school. Then I went to college. I was supposed to go to university. I got stuck in retail. I was making good money at the time.
Good.
Like you said, young, I was making good money, partying, didn't care about anything. My mom, I'll be honest with you, always told me you got to pursue something. I was in a Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe, but I was an extra. Yeah, I was an extra.
For what?
Pardon me?
I said, that's good. We have to start somewhere.
Yeah, I was in a few plays and stuff, so now I'm doing interviews, and this is what I want to pursue. I want to be a commentator, announcer, interviewer, and I'm trying to get out there. So one of my dreams would actually be NWA, and I'm not just blowing smoke. I follow NWA. I got a couple of friends there. Zicky Dice, I consider him one of my mentors. You know Zicky. He's amazing. So yeah, that's me anyways. I'm trying to live my dream now. It all started with the pandemic. My buddy called me. You want to do a podcast? I said, yeah, I'm going to ask people to be interviewed. And you guys are awesome. You all said yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good. You had me on. It's fun, and doing new podcasts and meeting new people like yourself, and without our fans, and your fans, we are nothing. So just we're nothing without the fans. I used to remember, going back to Glow again, we were on tour. I think we were somewhere in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I had remembered while we were doing the match, these two guys were just booing me. They were booing, and I'm looking down. So guess what? They were the first two for an autograph, and I looked at them. They're like, Hollywood, we need your autograph. And I'm like, yeah, I saw you two. You guys were booing me. And they're like, yes, but we love you, Hollywood. So those are the funniest, those are the greatest stories.
They are.
Little kids that are like crimping their hair because you crimp your hair, or wearing the same earrings that you wear, holding up signs. Those are memories that I never, ever forget. Sometimes I have to pinch myself and go, wow, how did I get through that? How did I get through 4 seasons of that? And then there was the flying head scissor. I had to perfect the flying head scissor.
Yeah, did.
After Mondo left, when Mondo left, Princess Jasmine that was training us, and then there was another lady that was training us, and then the girls started training the girls.
Okay,
that started happening. So I wasn't really learning any new stuff, so I would turn on, back then, WWF, and I would watch the men, and I saw somebody do the flying head scissor. I'm like, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn this move. Nobody wanted to take it except for one girl, and her character, the flying head scissors. Thanks, Mike. I saw somebody say that. The flying head scissors. Yeah. Mike Rand was on there. He just said that. Tulsa said, I'll do it. And we just, I hear another. Bill and Ted are coming out in August, somebody said. I'm reading some of these at the same time.
Yeah, read them. For sure.
Hi, Mike. How are you? He's in here watching. He might be at work. He's another one that's got an interview on YouTube that we've been doing. Nice guy. He's on the East Coast, so it was an honor to do his show. But, so that was stuff. I had to train myself how to learn how to do new stuff. I mean, you got to figure, 4 seasons of a show, you better have some new shit.
Well, we like to see the old stuff too. Like, look at Ric Flair. He went to the top rope and got thrown off the top rope every match. And, if he didn't do that, people were pissed. So,
his poor back. I got to tell you, too. Can I say one thing? If you're a young kid, young girl, young man, you want to wrestle, please have plan B. Have something else to fall on that you like.
Yeah.
Because you're doing this at 40 years old or 50 years old, I'm telling you right now, you can look good, but your bones and your muscles still hurt. Your knees, your back, you can still be in good shape and take all your vitamins, but if you've landed that many times,
bumps.
You're hurting.
Well, that's good advice. This is my plan B. I'm trying to make it my plan A. And then retail my plan B again for later. But
you got it down. You know what's going on. You got it down.
Well, I'm trying. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm progressing. I'm getting more comfortable every interview I do. So it's you got any tips for me now that we're on that subject? Any tips?
Good. Really good. You have a great personality. You let everybody talk. You ask